I'm Sam Walton, boat builder. Been a boat builder slash shipwright since about 2010, straight out of school.
I'm Cameron Bailey, work with Sam in Iluka Yachts, building boats, boat trailers, managing yachts and doing a bit of sailing. Yeah, so even though we're both on the tools and in the office, I think Sam's got a timber background and more of a powerboat background. I'd be more of the composites and maybe some more of the design. So.
Our range, Iluka Yachts, starts from the 18s, the centre consoles, then we go up to the 28s, which we can do as a centre console or a cabin boat, mainly day boats. Iluka Yachts started about 6 or 7 years ago up at Palm Beach. We came here about the same time when Cam got involved, when we came across these moulds for the 28 Ilukas. Originally a 25 rush cutter designed by Andy DeVell. Originally inboard with a shaft drive, a bit outdated these days, and especially with the hulls, with the shallow draft that they are, having a big propeller down the bottom, it just doesn't work in the waters near Pittwater where you want to get up to the beach, jump off the back and not worry about getting your feet too wet. So we moved to outboards, which we think is a really good pair. And the fit out took a long time. We wanted it to be as perfect as it could be, so a lot of time went put into the timber trims. It's a very unique build that's been carefully designed. We wanted to basically fit a 40-foot picnic boat into a 28-footer. And I think we've hit the mark. It's a good looking boat. You're not going to see another one anything like it. It handles great. It's extremely efficient. It's comfortable to drive. And there's plenty of space in there. We opened up the cockpit as much as we could, and a nice big door going into the cabin at the front, so it gives you a feel that you're on a bigger boat.
Performs so nicely with the electric steering and twin 140s. It pushes it along really nicely.
Nice deep V at the bow, so a fine entry for cutting through the chop and then flattens right back out at the back for very good efficiency. So where normal American 28-footers are running sort of 2 or 3 300s, we only need minimum sort of twin 90s, and you'll still be in the mid-20s mark. One's got a single 200 and it still does 28 knots. The same with our 18s. Equivalent 18-footer needs 150 horsepower and we're running 90s and they're doing 40 knots. So we can bring the revs back and be quite efficient and not use much fuel all day long.
Trying to build something that has a place in the market that's different to all the other boats that you might get from Europe, America or Asia, where we can build something efficient, build something a little bit bespoke to capture the market of people who want something homegrown and home built, but also efficient, and hopefully we get on the program of some pretty cool hybrid, electric and foiling boats.
Just make good day boats, nice and simple, so you don't have to spend 4 hours on the water and then 3 hours when you get home cleaning it and putting it away. Just nice simple boating, the way it should be.
The 18s are really good for families, so you can leave them on the mooring and you can take the kids for a little biscuit spin, or you can go out fishing. We'd really like to get into the fishing market a little bit more and try and spec one up for fishing. So yeah, it's a pretty wide customer base that we were trying to reach out to.
Today we're out on one of our new 18s just for a test run. Hadn't been in the water yet, so just basically a blank canvas ready for summer. Fitted with a Yamaha white 90 as well, so quite a good looking package. It's all just a blank canvas ready to go, ready to get fitted to the customer's needs.
Yeah, I was impressed to see the 18 just cutting across the wake of the 28. For 2 years we've been building aluminium boat trailers. They're the Spitfire boat trailers, and we're a really good fit. We like those because it's high quality. It's anodised aluminium, polished stainless steel. Our Iluka 18s just sit so nicely on them, and having that build quality is something that's pretty important to us and our clientele around here as well.
And yeah, we've sort of walked into a good timing because not many people are going galvanised anymore. Basically illegal to galvanise properly with all the correct metals to make them last, so galvanising is just not lasting the way it used to. So I think it's a good time to be, and especially ours, the biggest factor that sets ours apart from other ones is the anodising, sort of hardened and anodising. So you look at one of our trailers, it's 12 months old, 2-3 years old, the aluminium's still looking the same as when it left here, where if it's just a standard aluminium, is just, you can see it pitting and dulling off almost straight away.
People are putting a lot of time and effort into rebuilds these days, so they want to have a nice trailer that'll last underneath, and it works really well for those too.
Yeah, we've done plenty of Haynes Hunters, obviously with the massive following that they have. Obviously a great designed hull that can handle most weather conditions. Unfortunately, they're still being built with timber today, which is unfortunate, especially with the materials that are available. Most of our rebuilds now are with sort of thermolite or Coosa board, which is, yeah, taken over plywood. It's a lot more expensive, but you will never have to replace it. We did a job on a 580 Haynes Hunter. It was a ground up rebuild. It was an absolute wreck when it came here. The hull itself was beaten up, it lived in the water, had been anti-fouled, and there was next to no timber left in it. It had rotted all the way through, which made it an easy rebuild for pulling it out. And yeah, we did a bunch of laminate through the hull to stiffen it back up. And then, yeah, a bunch of all new stringers, underfloor tank, big stainless tank, I think it was around 200 litres. Thermo floor, thermo transom, and redesigned the back end to put some live bait tanks and just make the area a bit more fisherman friendly. And fitted it out with a new Suzuki and a bunch of aluminium T-tops and helm seats. We used gel coat, which was a painful process, but it's what the customer wanted, and it ended up looking pretty smart. My advice to anyone that's looking at doing a rebuild in the backyard would be spend the time planning it. No point jumping into it too quickly. Do your research, work out not so much your budget, you're going to go over that anyway, so try not to deviate from your plan from the get-go. Try to stick to it as much as possible, get your advice at the start before you go cutting things out, and especially setting up a hull if you're doing stringers and floors. You don't want to go cutting it out on the trailer, and see a lot of rebuilds where they'll do the rebuild of stringers and a floor on the trailer. The boat will reshape to the trailer and not how they were designed to be flowing through the water, so you'll know them from the get-go.
My advice to doing a rebuild, rip in. Once you've got the plan, put the suit on, the mask on, and just go until you don't stop. As soon as you stop and walk away, you see people sit there for a year and they won't get back to it, so get in, do the fiberglassing, get all the smelly stuff done, you've got all the itchy stuff done, and then you can start having fun fitting it out.